Students, ask your friends to join the session. Fine. Now, what we discussed yesterday, students, can anyone answer what we discussed yesterday? Yesterday, we discussed about callbacks. Yes or not? Fine. What is callback? Passing one function definition to the another function parameter called as callback. Fine. Point number two. Why callbacks? Callbacks are used to make asynchronous calls. Coming to the callbacks, callbacks are used to make what? Asynchronous calls. Fine. What is the problem of callbacks? What is the problem of callbacks? Callbacks raised the callback hell. What is callback hell? What is callback hell? Chart with me. Whoever there in online, please chart with me. What is callback hell? Nested callbacks. One callback inside another callback, we can call callback hell. Callback hell never recommended in real time. So, what is the alternative solution for callback hell? The alternative solution for callback hell is promises. What is the alternative solution? Tim, can you tell the what is the alternative solution? The alternative solution for callback hell is promises. Fine. So how to create the promise? I want to create the promises. How we need to create the promises? Now go to the VS Code. I want to go to the VS Code. Now go to the file. Go to the open folder. Go to the open folder. Go to the desktop. Go to the web folder. Here we have one folder. What is our folder? Our folder is the web folder. Try to select the web folder. Fine. Here. Now, let me create one HTML file. I wanted to create one HTML file. How to create the HTML file? The HTML file name is the promises.html. What is the name of the HTML? Promises.html. Fine. In promises.html, can you tell the doc type? Less than, not to doc type, HTML. Can you tell the root element? Root element is the HTML. Root section divided into root section divided into head section and body section. In head section, how to define the title? How to define the title? Title equal to promises. Now go to which section? Go to which section? Body section. And take which tag? Script tag. Simply, we need to take the tag. Say this one. And simply, we need to take one tag. Then that tag we can call script tag. Script tag is used to include the JavaScript. Coming to the script tag is used to include what? Is used to include the JavaScript. Fine. Now, how to create the promise? I want to create the promise. See this one. Let promise one. Let me take one variable. Not only promise one, we can take the ABC also. Not only ABC, we can take the XYZ also. Fine. Now, let me take one variable. What is that variable? Promise one. Fine. Equal to new promise. Say this one. Promise is the predefined class. Promise is the predefined class. We will create object. We will create object with the help of new keyword. Whatever the new keyword we have, this new keyword is used to create the object. Fine. Now here and another thing is and here we need to pass arrow function. Simply we should be in a position we need to pass the arrow function. Simple arrow function we need to pass it. Now here we need to pass and here we need to pass resolve comma reset. See this one. Coming to the resolve is used to handle success. Coming to the resolve is used to handle success. Fine. Coming to the reject is used to handle failure. Got it or not? Fine. Team, how many predefined functions we need to pass? We need to pass two predefined functions. What is the first function? Resolve function. Resolve function is used to handle success. And reject function is used to handle failure. Got it or not? Now we need to handle the success. How we need to handle the success? Resolve. Resolve of, and here we need to pass. Resolve of, and here we need to pass. Here what we need to pass, and here we need to pass. Welcome to, welcome to what? Welcome to, here we need to pass promises. Welcome to promises. We need to pass it. Simply we need to pass. Welcome to promises. Fun. Yeah. Team see this fun. Promise is ready. Whatever the promise we have, the promise is ready. Then we need to call that promise. Whatever the promise we have, we need to call the promise. How to call the promise? Promise one dot then. Say this one. Promise one dot then. Then is used to call the promise. And here we need to pass two arrow functions. So this is the arrow function one, and this is the arrow function two. And here we have, and here we have positive result, and here we have error result. Here we have the positive result, and here we have the positive result, and here we have the error result. Simply we have the positive result, and simply we have the error result. Say this for students. Fun. Resolve will store this message. Whatever the message we have, resolve will store this message to one variable. Then that variable we can call positive result variable. Fine. Reject will store respect to error to the error response. Got it or not? Fine. Can you repeat it again? What is the speciality of resolve? Resolve will store message to the positive result, and reject will store respect to error to the error result. Fine. Now, team, we need to print positive result. Whatever the positive result we have, that positive result we need to print. Console.log of which one? Positive result. Simply we need to pass positive result and print error result also. How to print error result? Here we need to print error result. Console.log of which one we need to print error result. Fine. Now console.log or a document.write, we can pass anything, not an issue. Fine. Run the code. Whatever the code we have, this code we need to run. Yes. Open the console. Yes. Students say this one. What we are able to say? Welcome to promises. Fun. Now, students, please explain again how to create the promise. How to create the promise? We will create the promise by using the promise class. Promise class is used to create the promises. Now, here, how many predefined functions we need to pass? We need to pass two predefined functions. First function is the resolve function, and second function is the reject function. Resolve function is used to handle positive situation, positive result, and reject function is used to handle negative result. And say this one, resolve will store respect to message to the positive result. Reject will store respect to error to the error result. At least are you people getting the clarity on the how to create the promise and how to call the promise? Answer, are you people getting the clarity on the how to create the promise and how to call the promise? Respond. You people need to respond. Yeah, now, yeah, team say this one, but I wanted to show jQuery integration. Maybe in the tomorrow class, I will show the jQuery integration. But before going to the jQuery integration, now here jQuery integration. Now you people need to do strong in the JSON. Very, very important. JSON is very, very important. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON stands for what? JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Very, very important. So already covered. Once again, let me cover it up. I need to cover it again. Fine. Let me take which one? Script tag. Simply, we need to take one tag. Then that tag we can call script tag. Here, we should be in a position. We need to take one tag. Then that tag we can call the script tag. Now, yeah, students say this one. Let obj1, let obj1 equal to object. Fine. Opening the curly bracket and closing the curly bracket. Opening the curly bracket and closing the curly bracket we can call object. Simply we can call the object. Now here we need to pass key. What is the key we need to take? Key one. Not only key one, we can take anything, not an issue. Key one. Key one equal to, here I need to take key one equal to, I wanted to take, which one we need to take? Front end, comma. What is the key we need to take? Key two. Key two equal to, I wanted to take backend. Next one, I wanted to take another key. Which key? Key three. Key three equal to, I wanted to place database. Got it or not? Bhargav, we say this one. What is the key here? Respond to team. What is the key here? Key is the key one. What is the value? Value is the front end. Next one team. What is the key here? Key is the key two. Key two. What is the value? Value is the back end. Fine. Team. What is the key here? Key is the key three. And what is the value? Value is the database. Here we have the value. The value is the database. Fine. How to read this data? I want to read this data. How we can read the data? Fine. How to read front end? I want to read front end. How to read front end? obj1 dot key1. obj1 dot key1. Automatically we are able to read front end. Fun. How to read back end? obj1 dot key2. obj1 dot key2. Automatically we are able to read back end. And how to read database? I want to read a database. How to read a database? obj1 dot key3. obj1 dot key3. Automatically we are able to read database also. Fun. Now students tell me how to read front end. Students tell me how to read front end. I want to read front end. How we need to read the front end? Let x equal to obj1 dot key1. Say this one. obj1 dot key1. Automatically we are able to read front end. That front end store to where? That a front end store to where? That a front end store to the x. And how to print the x? Document dot write off. Document write off x. Automatically we are able to print the x. Fun. Now students, how to read backend? I wanted to read backend. Can anyone help me how to read the backend? Answer. I wanted to read the backend. How to read the backend? Here, let y equal to obj1 dot k2. obj1 dot k2. Automatically we are able to read backend. That backend store to where? That backend store to where? That backend store to y itself. Now here what we need to do place? Document dot write off. Document dot write off. What we need to do place? Y. Document dot write off. Simply we need to place what? Simply we need to place the y. Automatically we are able to print backend. Now how to read database? I want to read the database. How to read the database? Let z equal to what you want to place? obj1 dot k3. obj1 dot k3. So what is the answer? Database. That a database is stored to where? Z. And here what we need to place? Document dot write off. Documented write off what? Z. Simply we need to print the Z. Fine. Now students say this one. How to read the front end? Answer. How to read the front end? obj1 dot key1. Automatically we are able to read front end. Yes or not? That front end store to where? X. And how to read back end? obj1 dot k2. Automatically we are able to read back end. That back end store to where? Y. And how to read database? obj1 dot k3. Automatically we are able to read database. That a database store to where? K3 itself. Students, we got the answer or not? Front end, back end, and a database. Fine. Now, and this is the way to read the JSON object. Fine. Now, yeah, students, see the another example. We need to see the another example. Now, let me go for the another example. Now, here we need to take script tag. And here we should be in a position we need to take the script tag. Very simple tag. The script tag we need to take. Now see this one. Let obj1 equal to what? Equal to object. Let obj1 equal to object. Opening the curly bracket and closing the curly bracket we can call object. Students got it now. What is the object here? Opening the curly bracket and closing the curly bracket. Technically we can call object. Simply we can call what? Simply we can call object. Fine. Now inside the object, see this form. Fine. See this one. And see this one here inside the object. Let me take another key. I need to take one key. Which key we need to take? The key is the obj2. Let me take the key. The key is the obj2. Obj2, and here we need to take another object. Fun. What is key here? Key is the obj2. What is the value? Value is the another object. Now insert that one. Let me take another key. Which key? obj3. obj3 and another object. Simply we need to pass another object. Fine. Inside the one more object. Inside the one more object, we need to take the key. Which key we need to take? Message. Message, and here we need to pass, and here we need to pass what? Welcome. Simply we need to pass the welcome. Fine. Yeah. Students say this one. I want to read message. Whatever the message we have, I want to read message. How to read the message? Read obj2. Read obj2 from obj1. Bhargav say this one. Read what? Read obj2 from where? obj1. Next one. And say this one. Read obj3 from where? obj2. Next one. Read message from obj3. Read message from where? obj3. Fun. I'm repeating again. Okay? You people need to catch it. Read what? Read what? obj2. Read obj2 from where? Or reply from where? obj1. We need to read obj2 from where? From obj1. Next one. Read. Read what? Read what? obj2 from where? obj3. And read. And what we need to read? We need to read message. Read message from where? obj3. Fine. So step by step we need to say it. Initially we need to read what? Students tell me. Initially we need to read what? obj2 from where? From where? obj1. Bhargav, say this one. Read what? Read what? obj2 from where? obj1. So how to read it? How to read it? Let obj2. Let obj2 from where? obj1. Automatically we are able to read obj2. Are we able to read obj2? Yes, we are able to read obj2. Fine. Next one. Yeah, students say this one. And another thing, read what? Next one, read what? obj3. I want to read obj3 from where? From where? obj2. So how to read obj3? Fun. How to read it? Let what you want to read? obj3 from where? From where? obj2. Automatically we are able to read obj3. Next one. Yeah, students say this one. Read what? Read what? Message from where? obj3. How to read the message? Let what we need to read? Message from where? From where? obj3. Fine. I'm saying the flow again. Very, very important. While working with the real-time projects, it's very, very important. Fine. Students, try to say it again. You people need to say it again. Okay? Fine. What is the first step? Read. Read what? obj2. Read obj2 from answer from obj1. So how to read it? Let which one? Let which one? obj2 from where? From where? obj1. Fine. Now students say the another thing. Next one. Read what? Read what? Next one. What is the next step? Read obj3. We need to read obj3 from where? From where? obj2. So how to read it? Let obj3. Let obj3 from where? From obj2. Next one. Students say this one. Read what? Read message. Read message from where? obj3. So how to read it? How to read it? Let which one? Message. Equal to what? Equal to obj3. Automatically we are able to read message. Whatever the message we have, we are able to read that message and print that message. How to print the message? Documented or write off. Documented write off. We should be in a position. We need to print the message. So what is the answer we are able to say? Students tell me what is the answer we are able to see. We are able to see the answer. The answer is the welcome is the answer. Then this process we can call whatever the process we have. Whatever the process we have. Whatever the process we have, then this process we can call what do you call destructuring. whatever the process we have, then this process we can call destructuring process. Then this process released in ES6 version. Released in which version? ES6. Fine. Now, students, let me go for another example. I need to go for another example. Let me have to look into the one more example. Now, here, let me take the script tag. Here, we should be in a position. We need to take one tag. Which tag we need to take? Script tag. Happily, yeah. So it is fun here. Here we need to take script tag. Fun. After taking the script tag, and here observe this fun. Let employees. Here I want to take let employees equal to array. Fun. Students, is it a array? Respond. Is it a array? Yes, this is the array. Fine. This array contain number of objects. Object 1, object 1, object 2, object 3, object 3, object 4, next one, object 5. Number of objects. Whatever the array we have, that array contain number of objects. Object 1, object 2, next one is the object 3, next one is the object 4, next one is the object 5. Number of objects we have. Now, let me go to the second object. This is the second object. This is the third object, this is the fourth object, and this is the fifth object. Fine. Go to the first object. I wanted to go to the first object. Here I wanted to place employee ID. Employee ID equal to 111. Here I need to place employee name. Employee name equal to, here I wanted to place EMP1. Next one is the, here we have the employee salary. Employee salary equal to, I need to place the 10,000. Next one is the, here I need to go for the employee image. Here I need to go for the employee image. In the Google, we have the so many images. In the Google, we have the so many images. Let me go for the images. Here I need to go to the images. Images, let me place the image. Whatever the employee image we have in the internet, we have the so many images, all the images we need to place. Whatever the image you required, that image we need to place here. Fine. Now, students, let me copy this information. Whatever the information we have, we need to copy this information. Simply, we need to copy this information. After copying this information, we need to place that information. And here also, we need to place the information. We need to place the information. And here also, we need to place the information. Here, which image we need to place fifth image, which image we need to place fourth image, which image we need to place third image, which image we need to place second image. Next one. Here, what we need to place, and here we have the 20,000, and here we have the 30,000, and here we have the 40,000, and here we have the 50,000. Next one, here we need to pass EMP5. Next one, EMP4. Next one, EMP3. Next one, EMP2. Next one, here I wanted to place, triple two. Next one, I wanted to place triple three, and here I need to place triple four, and here I need to place triple five. Triple one, triple two, triple three, triple one, triple two, triple three, and triple four, and triple five. Number of things we need to place it. Fine. Now, yeah, students say this one. And one more thing is that now, just to display the table. Do you know the table? Students, do you know the table? Table row, table heading, table body. We have the number of tables now. We have the number of tables or not? We have the number of tables. So let me go for the table. Simply, we need to go for the table. How to display the table? Document data. Say this one. Here we need to go for the, yeah, try to say this one. And here we need to go for the document dot write off. Simply, we need to place document dot write off. Document dot write off. Let me take the backtick operator. Simply, we need to take the backtick operator. Fine. Students, how to display the table? How to display the table? Table tag na. Table tag is used to display the table. Coming to the table tag is used to display the tables. Fun. How to draw border to the table? I want to draw the border to the table. Simply, how to draw the border to the table? Border equal to, we should be in a position, we need to place the one. Fun. How to align the table? How to align the table? We need to align the table. Align equal to what? Align equal to, we need to place the center. Simply, we need to place the align equal to what? Align equal to center, we need to place. Now, how to apply cell padding? How to apply cell padding? Cell padding equal to, I need to place the 10 pixel. Next one, how to apply cell spacing? Cell spacing equal to, I want to place the 10. Coming to the cell spacing equal to 10. Fun. Bark, we see this one. How to display the table? Team, how to display the table? Table tag now. Here we have the table tag. Table tag is used to display the table. Coming to the table tag is used to display the table. Next one, and another thing, how to draw the border to the table. How to draw the border to the table? Border attribute. Border attribute is used to draw the border to the table. Fine. How to display table at center? I wanted to display table at center. How to display table at center? Align equal to center. Automatically, we are able to display table at the center. Next one. And another thing, cell padding equal to what? 10. And cell spacing equal to what? 10. Fine. Now team. And another thing. And one more thing is the now just to have a look into this one. And here we need to take the table row. Simply, we should be in position. We need to place the table row. Table row, we need to take it up. Fine. Inside the table row, let me take the table heading up. So this is the table heading now. First to table heading, second table heading, third table heading, and fourth table heading. Number of table headings we need to take it up. Fine. Coming to the first table heading, what you wanted to place? Employee ID. First table heading is the employee ID. And the second table heading, what is the second table heading? E name, employee name. Coming to the third table heading, what is the third table heading? E cell. Coming to the third table heading, the third table heading is the E cell. And coming to the fourth table heading, what is the fourth table heading? E picker, employee picker. Simply we need to place employee picker. Fun. Yeah, students say this one. How to display the table? How to display the table? Table tag. Table tag is used to display the table. Fun. How to create the row? How to create the row? With the help of what? TR tag. TR tag is used to create the row. Fun. How many headings you want to display? How many headings you wanted to display? Four headings. What is the first heading? TH, which one? EID. What is the second heading? TH, E name. What is the third heading? TH, we need to place the E salary. What is the fourth heading? TH, we need to place the E pick. Employee pick, we need to display. And another thing is the we need to iterate it. Whatever the EMPS we have, that EMPS I need to iterate it. Fine. So how to iterate it? EMPS data. Then let me take one loop. Students, we need to take one loop. What is that loop? For each loop, EMPS data. EMPS dot, we need to take one loop. Then that loop we can call for each loop. For each, and here we need to pass arrow function. Simply, we should be in a position. We need to pass the arrow function. For the arrow function, we need to pass what? We need to pass what? Element comma index. Simply, we should be in a position. We need to pass the element comma index. Fine. Students say this one. Whatever the code we have, this is the code or not? Whatever the code we have, this code will execute 5 times. How many times it will execute? Whatever the code we have, this code will execute the how many number of times? 5 times. Fine. For the first execution, first object, whatever the first object we have, that first object store to where? Element, and zero store to where? Index. Fine. For the second execution, second object, is it a second object? Second object store to element and one store to index. For the last execution, last object. Is it a last object? Answer, is it a last object? Tell me. Yes, this is the last object. Whatever the last object we have, that last object store to element and four store to index. Finally, element means object. Element means what? Finally, element means object. That object contain how many keys? First key is the EID. Second key is the ENAME. Third key is the ESAL. And fourth key is the EPICA. Fourth key is what? EPICA. Now try to observe this one. How to display it? Document dot write off. Document write off, and here we need to place. Here what we need to place? TR. Let me take the TR, and here we need to place TR. We need to place. Next one. Here I need to place the TD. So this is the first TD. Let me place the first TD. Now, this is the second TD, this is the third TD, and this is the fourth TD. Number of TDs we have. Simply, we need to take a number of TDs. Now, here, and another thing is the print EID. How to print EID? We should be in a position, we need to print EID. How to print EID? Dollar curly bracket, dollar curly bracket, element dot eid. Simply we need to place element dot eid. Next one, dollar curly bracket, element dot ename. Next one, here we need to place dollar curly bracket, element dot esal. Simply we need to pass element dot esal. Now go to the epic, how to display it, and here we need to take, and here we need to take image tag. Which tag we need to take? Image tag. Source equal to dollar curly bracket, element dot epic, we need to place width equal to I need to place the 100. Next one, alt equal to, here we need to place the what you wanted to place. Alt equal to, simply we need to place employee. Fine. Now whatever the table we opened here, we opened the table now. Whatever the table we opened here, we need to close the table. How to close the table? Documented or write off. Documented write off. We should be in a position. We need to close the table. How we need to close the table? Simply, we need to close the table tag. Whatever the table tag we have, that table tag we need to close. Yes. Students, are we able to see the result? Whatever the result we have, whatever the JSON object we have, whatever the JSON object we have, that JSON object displayed in the form of a table. Got it or not? Whatever the JSON object, JSON array we have, that JSON array displayed in the form of a table. Okay, na? Fine. So I'm requesting you people, please practice up to now. Please practice up to now. Tomorrow, I need you to go for the validations. Form validations I will discuss with you. Along with the form validations, then I will provide some project ideas. Then you people can do the projects. Fine. Thank you. Thank you, team. Bye.